conspiracy which has been hatched against Arvind Kejriwal. It's nothing short of vendetta being carried out by the BJP against the Delhi Chief Minister to stop the good work, as they claim, of the Aam Aadmi Party in the national capital. That is the stinging rebuttal which has come in from the Aam Aadmi Party. This at a time when, remember, Arvind Kejriwal has been summoned by the central agency. In fact, AAP has said this is being chastised for the questioning. Remember, already two of his top mantris, Sisodia, Satyendra Jain, they are both in jail, and this time around it is Arvind Kejriwal, a sitting chief minister of Delhi, being summoned by the CBI. The politics have peaked. Let me go across to Charu Pragya, who's joining us of the BJP. Charu Pragya, there you have it. You just heard the entire press conference there saying it's nothing short of vendetta politics by the BJP, which is jealous because they haven't been able to beat the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi.
So, Meghna, first of all, CBI is following procedure. They are going to summon whoever it is if they feel they are important for this investigation, and I don't want to comment on that. But doesn't all of this sound like deja vu to you? Doesn't this sound like exactly the kind of statements that were made by all leaders of Aam Aadmi Party when Manish Sisodia was arrested? Didn't they say they will stand by him through everything? But the minute they realized that evidence against him had stacked up, they got rid of him very quickly. They in fact made him even leave his official accommodation in Delhi because they wanted to keep CM Kejriwal very safe. I have maintained since the very beginning that the kingpin of the entire liquor scam is Arvind Kejriwal, and the noose is tightening around his neck. See, for all the good Hindi that Sanjay ji was talking in, did he give you any reasonable explanation about went on whatever happened with the liquor scam? Not even one explanation has come forth. They will talk about every other thing except the questions that you ask them. They have in fact maintained this as a tactic. Even now he wants to talk about Bijli, and he wants to talk about Modi ji, and he wants to talk about everything except address the fact that liquor sales have gone up, but profit to the government has gone down. That the profit given to friends of CM Kejriwal ji has gone up from 2% to 12%, and there is no explanation. That they had to pull back this liquor policy the day investigation started. See, there are a lot of bits of information that are floating around. Allegedly, all the money that was siphoned off was used to fund Aam Aadmi Party's election campaign in Goa. And I am extremely certain if the CBI is summoning someone, they've got enough evidence to back up that summons with. Let's wait and watch. I just want that
we'll have to wait and see what exactly it is that the CBI is going to be showing to make its case watertight, because Ravi Srivastava is also joining us, and I'm going to come to you, Mr. Srivastava. But let's also remind our viewers why it is that Arvind Kejriwal's name has come up in the first place. Remember, there have been exactly two references which have been made to the Delhi sitting chief minister. This has been one of the first mentions which was there was in a chart sheet where it said that Arvind Kejriwal was mentioned in the Enforcement Directorate's supplementary chart sheet, where it said that Vijay Nair had arranged Arvind Kejriwal Mahendru's FaceTime call, and Kejriwal then had allegedly told Mahendru that Vijay is my boy, trust him. These are the allegations in the Enforcement Directorate supplementary chart sheet. Also, then Arvind Kejriwal was mentioned in Enforcement Directorate's remand note. This for the YSRCP son, MP's son, in fact, in which Enforcement Directorate has claimed that Mr. Reddy met Kejriwal to know more about the Delhi excise policy. Arvind Kejriwal has welcomed YSRCP MP's entry in the Delhi liquor gate trade. So these are the two exact mentions which Arvind Kejriwal finds in all the legal work, the paperwork which has been done by the Enforcement Directorate in its chart sheet and remand notes. Ravi Srivastava, there's one point that Charu Pragya has made. Yes, there is a lot of bluff and bluster. There is a lot of scathing rhetoric politically. However, no one's really come out and said specifically that these charges are wrong, and for what reasons, by the Aam Aadmi Party.
I am saying it. Charges are baseless, concocted, fabricated, and have got no evidence to prove it. Now, as far as the reference is concerned, there is no meaning of this reference. The reference does not stand the judicial scrutiny in the court of law. You have to prove incontrovertible evidence for that. What they want to do with Kejriwal? They want to burst his eardrums like they did it to Chandan Reddy? Or they want to threaten that your daughter will not be able to go to school, or his wife will not be able to come out of the house? What ED is doing, what kind of investigation they are doing? All shoddy, botched up. They are threatening the witnesses. They are threatening the people. They are taking the made-up statements signed by them. This is the investigation by ED, the so-called professional premier investigation agency. I think these officers should be taken to task. I'm not saying off the cuff. This is all said by the Aam Aadmi Party in the press conference to people. It is all Chandan Reddy's petition in the court of law.
So you were also very contemptuous of the central agencies at the time of the arrest of Manish Sisodia. They managed to, however, convince the court, didn't they?
Even in the third charge sheet, supplementary charge sheet, Manish Sisodia's name is not appearing there.
You didn't answer my question, but I'll just come back to you. Let me go across to Mayank also. He's joining us from outside Arvind Kejriwal's residence. Mayank, we expect to hear from the Chief Minister. So far, his lieutenants, of course, have come out and said it's BJP's conspiracy.
Well, absolutely, Meghna. That is a charge coming from the Aam Aadmi Party since the time in CBI started the investigation in this Delhi excise policy scam. We are currently reporting from the official residence of Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. He is not here, mind you. He was, outside to give a speech on the occasion of Ambedkar Jayanti. He is yet to come back. He is about to come back to his residence in some moments from now. Meanwhile, the minister in the Delhi government, who is also a prominent face as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, Gopal Rai, has come at his residence, and it is expected that other ministers too will arrive at his residence to chalk out a strategy how they want to counter the narrative around the CBI summoning Arvind Kejriwal in this case. Remember, this is the first time that Arvind Kejriwal will be summoned, and as you were clearly establishing in your analysis that Arvind Kejriwal has not been named as an accused or has been named in the charge sheet, but there are references made directly to Arvind Kejriwal that he was directly involved in the at least in the formulation of the Delhi excise policy, and that is why he has been now summoned by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Remember, there are multiple rounds of investigations of questioning done by CBI and Enforcement Directorate of Manish Sisodia, the very close confidant of Arvind Kejriwal, who was the Deputy Chief Minister till he was arrested by CBI, and he was the main person who chalked out the main excise policy. But the opposition parties such as the BJP has always been saying that it is Arvind Kejriwal, the Chief Minister, who has been the kingpin, who has been the main person behind this excise policy, in which the state exchequer was completely plundered, and the exchequer had to had to face losses of several thousands, and that's why the scanner of the ED and CBI has finally reached the doors of Arvind Kejriwal. So opposition parties is saying that their points have been vindicated, but the Aam Aadmi Party is saying that this is just a vendetta politics, and this is an attitude of BJP to suppress the voice of the opposition.
It's going to be very interestingly, both legally as well as politically, what's going to be the fallout of the liquor gate scam investigations. We're going to be tracking every angle for you right here on Times Now. For the time being, however, a short break.